Hey, y'all, watch this.
Welcome to another episode of the Jersey String Band Podcast. A little different scenery tonight, but we'll make do. My name is Alex Walton. I'm the host. We got
Captain Pat Walton.
and our special guest.
Michael Luciany.
Perfect. Well, thank you for coming out,
Thank you for having me.
making the journey. Just explain kind of, this past year and obviously South Philly champions and just kind of give a rundown of the show and how you think that you guys executed.
2025 theme was Castlevania, which was more like Dracula's castle. What would you find in the castle if you went in there? It was very creative, like out of the box. Like I don't know how they're going to top it. They're going to top it this some way, but it's going to be amazing. This year was amazing. I didn't think we were unbeatable, but we tied it. It is what it is. It's great.
What?
Hey, you didn't lose.
Didn't lose.
Didn't lose.
You couldn't go any higher. First is first.
That's right.
Well, in baseball, the tie goes to the runner, right? So what does that mean?
That means we
I
got
don't know
first.
who's the runner.
Who's the runner? Yeah.
They technically got to the base first.
Hey, a tie is a tie. It is what it is.
Yeah. Explain that feeling. Like you get the results on New Year's night, and you're like, first off, I mean, obviously you win, but
Yeah, I mean, Denny came out. He explained to us that there was a tie. First time it's ever been done in history. He told us who won, and then he says, but we have one up on him, and he goes, Jimmy, and he points back, and he pulls
broom.
out the broom, and it just erupted. I mean, win's fine, but a sweep, that's even sweeter.
yeah.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed watching those videos when Denny comes out and
He,
the multiple different views you get to see from having
he-
friends in South Philly and stuff like that, and just to see the different views and different people over there. It's amazing.
I mean, I like winning, but I like watching Denny succeed. He's a great captain,
Yeah.
great leader.
Absolutely.
And he's been doing it for a long time now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the second most tenured captain of South Philly now.
well,
I think he's got 17 years.
yeah,
18
something
years.
like that. Yeah. How long you been with South Philly?
This will be my 5th year. I joined in 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, give us a little history on you. Is your family in it? Are you a loner? Are you what? How did you get into this?
My dad was in Journeymum, and then he went to a couple other bands, and then he ended up in PA when I was born. I grew up through PA. When I was 10, I joined PA, and I was there for 3 years with him, and then we made the jump over to Furco. We spent 15 years there, where I held a bunch of positions. And then 21, he was ready.
Hold on. You were captain of first.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. If you read the notes,
I understand that. But if you're going to go over your history, you can't pass being a captain of a string.
Well,
that is literally the
I
next
was also
question.
vice president, prop coordinator. They're all the same.
Yeah, okay.
One's just got a little spotlight.
Yes.
One
little
gets interviews.
spotlight.
We'll get to captain. We'll talk more about the captain, but don't skip over that. That is a very, very important.
And then 21, my dad was like ready to hang it up, and I was like, all right, enjoy retirement. I was gonna hang it up, and then I did my rounds like everybody else does. And my mom was like, you know what? You did everything else you wanted to do. Go try and get that number one. So I said, all right, I'm gonna go to South Philly. She said, all right, I'm here for you. And then that first year, we won.
Well, let's now talk about being captain of Furker String Band. What was that like?
Well, since I first started in string bands, day one, I said that's what I wanted to do. I want to be a captain of a string band. And when they gave me that opportunity, it was cool. Just being out front of a band, hearing that sound just blast right at you as you're doing a parade, it's just cool.
What was your preparation up to that up
For
to
captain?
that point? Like once you figure it out, like how do you psych yourself into being okay on New Year's Day? I'm going to be the guy.
I guess I just try to be a leader from the front. Don't tell guys what has to be done. Just show them. We're gonna go do this. Come with me. We're gonna go get this job done. And that's how I've always tried to be with any position that I've held. It's just, come on, let's go. We're gonna get it done one way or another. And I try to take that everywhere I go.
Now, is there aspirations of being a captain again?
No.
Sometime in it?
No.
One and done?
No.
One and done?
I've had my fun. I like existing, being a guy, just showing up, doing my job, let everybody else do their job, and we'll all get there together.
You don't want to have any kind of office positions?
Office position I could see myself doing, but
Okay.
I don't want to be in the spotlight anymore.
Yeah, you just want to do your thing.
You're going to be a man behind the scenes.
I like dancing. Just tell me where I got to be, I'll do it.
So that goes in the next question here. Have you played an instrument though?
On New Year's Day, no.
No, so you've always been a dancer.
I've learned a few instruments: sax, bass fiddle, drums. I learned a little banjo, but I never taken a test to where you play on New Year's Day.
Okay.
But I've always danced or marshaled.
Right. Would you ever want to play?
If I was to, I'd be bass fiddle. I
bass
enjoy
fiddle,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Bass fiddle is a really cool instrument to play.
That might. I'm not going to say it's the easiest, but like.
It's the easiest I've ever learned, like picked up on.
Right. That's what I was trying to get at. It's probably one of the easier
Yeah.
to pick up at least.
I'll tell you what, I probably picked up a good bit, and I had a great teacher, Kevin Rivel. Picked up on a lot of stuff in like 5-6 weeks. He's like, you could be playing by the summer. I was like, oof. You got higher hopes than I do.
After all the calluses are made. Yeah. I couldn't imagine playing that thing.
You know what? It's not bad. I bet you it's worse carrying it and then playing, then drilling. That's probably the hard part.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I see it with our bass player. Well, he's a big boy, you know. So
He's built like me.
he's well, he's bigger than you. Taller.
Yes. Yes. But, that pear shape helps out holding that thing a little bit. I got that pear shape. So
That's why they have that indent in it.
Yeah, that's what that's for. That's why they nailed it.
Not sitting on it.
Yeah, not sitting on it. You've been a part of other kind of mummers divisions too, right?
Yep, I was a part of Golden Crown New Year's Brigade in 24, and then I helped them out in leading up into 25.
Okay.
It was cool.
What made you make that jump?
I've always had an interest in, dancing. I've danced my whole life. I've always had an interest in just wanting to try that division. It looked cool. They're inside, 20-foot props. And I'm now I'm 34, and I was like, you know what? I'm not getting any younger. There's going to come a time when I just can't dance anymore physically. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do it, I might as well do it now. And everybody at South Philly was like, you know what? Go try it. If you don't like it, come back home.
Now, you came back home, but did you like it?
Oh yeah, I love Crown. I love Crown.
Yeah.
They're a great group of people. I love the convention center week, or as you call Hell Week. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I'm a string band bred kid.
Yeah.
String band's my thing. I like being outside, listening to the string band music. It's different.
Explain Hell Week I have no idea how to even, but.
Hell Week for brigades is convention center week. When you move into convention center, you're building all your New Year's Day props pretty much next to your competition. You're watching everybody else build their show. And you're always you're looking across going, oh, that's a great prop. How can I beat it?
Yeah.
What can I do to beat that?
Nice.
Like my Shooting Stars did Polynesian the year I was there, and we were doing witches, and I was watching it, and I was like, man, that's smoking good. And my girlfriend sitting there, she goes, wow, they're really good. I was like, I know that. I have to go figure out how to beat that.
Yeah. That's funny. And obviously, that being with the brigade on New Year's Day is a little bit different, than the string bands when you're kind of waiting all day. You guys have performances that the time and all that. But you would much rather be on the street, right?
Yeah, I like the string band sound. Like I have no knock against it. They are very creative with everything they do, but there's nothing like that string band sound. That live, out of a horn, just like when you dance in front of I'll take South Philly. Just the sound they just project, and you get to dance in front of that, and then you see the lights of the judges, all the crowd. It just builds that energy, and I get that energy with string bands more than I do brigades.
So you think that's one of the best parts, because you get a little bit of both worlds. You hear the music and you hear how it's supposed to sound, and then you get to kind of be the face, so to speak, to what people are watching performance.
You get to be the effect of what they're playing.
An effect, yeah.
You just get to hear that full ensemble sound, just like right in front of you, and you get to. They can't dance like you can because they got horns, and you get to do all that crazy jumping around stuff. It's
high energy.
Yeah, you get the 10-foot prop you get to stand on. You get to pretty much. I flipped a guy over my back one year.
Okay.
He went airborne. I was like, be prepared. You're going 2 feet in the air.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's an energy when you're out front. There's always an energy out front of the string band. I feel it when I do it with my band, and just get the goosebumps up and down your arms every time you get ready to do it. You get that first note going. It's just like, this is gonna be a good day.
Yeah, I step off the bus and I go, it's game time. Let's go.
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be. It's a unique feeling when you step out in front of that band, whether you're just out there performing or you're out there as a captain. It's a really, really cool feeling.
I had to be told to slow down when we stepped off.
Yeah.
My starter, Brad, he was like, calm down. You got 3 blocks before the judges. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Don't want to wind yourself before you.
Trust me, I have people that slow me down too, including this guy here.
Anyway.
Hey, no. Listen. You know it. You start feeling it. You feed off the music. You feed off the crowd. You get your adrenaline going. And once everything starts moving, it's just like, all right, man, I just want to go. And sometimes you just.
Yeah, he's a mile up the road in the band.
Hey, we didn't even start yet. Come back.
I'm keeping the band back because we don't want to hustle to him.
Yeah. Because they have a hard job. They're playing and marching.
Yeah.
You're literally blowing through a horn. Marching, keeping step, keeping time, keep reading the music, going all that stuff. They have so much going on that we don't.
Nope.
And
we're just a pretty face.
Yes. We're the dancing monkey out front.
Dancing monkey.
Yes.
That's what we are.
Dancing monkey. That's what it is.
The dancing monkeys.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
we just get all the TV time.
Yes.
Yeah, the close-ups. the
hey,
money
they got
shot.
a nice close-up of you this year.
Oh, they did they?
Yeah.
When?
I got a nice photo of you. I'll share it with you.
Blow it up. Put it on Mum Nation.
Yes. There's a nice one of you taking your steps backwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can tell me if that's the one where you stepped off wrong.
It was at the beginning of the show.
Yes, it was the very beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I struck a nerve. I apologize. I am sorry.
I don't
Alex.
remember the rest of the performance because I was so mad at myself.
Yes.
And then I'm looking in front of me, all the other, whatever.
Hey, listen,
We're not getting into that.
listen. As long as you don't get caught cursing on TV, you're okay.
It'd be worse if it was live TV. gonna have to go back and watch.
Yeah,
Well, wasn't
first
this
year
year?
captain. Yeah. You know when you miss a step and you realize it, you just, especially when you did it like 100 times before. And
Oh yeah,
you nailed it all day.
You're like,
and it's
I
like,
got
man,
this,
this
I
is
got this,
awesome.
and
This
then
is
you mess
awesome. This is
up.
awesome. And you get right in front of the judges, and
I've done that.
Poo-poo to bed.
yeah.
Poo-poo
It couldn't
to
be.
bed.
It couldn't be when it was just me. It was me with all the dancers doing the same move. Yeah, that's all right.
Well, you know what they say: captain's never wrong. You could be as wrong as you're wrong.
Oh.
You're still right.
And I was told that a couple times. Just don't do the same thing the dancers do, so that way if you mess up, no one knows but you.
So hey, I've seen it done a bunch of times.
Yes.
That's the good thing about the Monday quarterback, right?
That's probably why I can't watch myself anymore.
I could barely watch yourself.
I don't blame you. Thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence.
So since you've you're kind of a journeyman, I guess you would be in the Mummers, right? Right? Is that kind of a
Tried it all.
what performance have you been a part of that was maybe your favorite or wasn't like anything else that you've ever
My
experienced?
favorite that I've been a part of?
Yes.
You can't say this year.
Okay. This
Well,
year's
this year
a whole
might-
nother step.
This year might
This year's
be-
different.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Furco's 2016 Field of Screams.
Oh yeah,
That was a really fun one.
it was well put together, and that's one of the performances that you look at. You're like, let's try to emulate that. And
And we had like a really good core dancing group.
yeah,
Really good group of guys. We had Salenza as captain, and we didn't think we were that good until probably the last rehearsal before New Year's Day. I turned around, I went, "We could win."
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is really good.
Does that happen? Does that on New Year's Day, or like you said, do you look at the performance and be like, we got this?
22, I told my mom like a week and a half before New Year's Day. I said, "We've already won. All we have to do is show up." 23, I knew I was fighting for it. I knew it. Quaker, they had it. Once I seen them, I was like, they got it.
Yeah.
24, I thought we had just clear win, but I'm fine with where it landed. Still won.
Yeah. That 2016 performance, I kind of wish I didn't get waved through that was my last year as a chief marshal.
But
And I got waved through just before you guys performed because they were still in commercial. I had to go take back pieces off because we were right in front of you. Broomall was right in front of you. So I come back to cut through, and they go, "Hold on." And then they go, "Oh, no, we're in commercial for another minute." And I'm like, all right. They waved me through, and I went through it. And then afterwards, I watched it on recording. I'm like, man, I wish they held me back so I could sit back and watch that for real. Because I would have been right there off the hold line
we had
or off the out of bounds
what
line.
was that? 2016. We had
Yeah.
all the drones. We had like little RC cars
Yes.
that looked like
Yeah.
spiders. If you see like a side view of YouTube, I've
Yeah.
seen it like twice. We had a lot of neat things that were just
the
moving.
trees. The
The
big
Groot suits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they were so cool.
That was just a all around creative show.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that you can't watch it once.
No, it was so
Because
cool.
every time you watch it, you see something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I really liked the walk-off song that year for that one too. That was really cool.
Yeah, it was what was it? Creep, I think.
Yeah, it was
with
no. Then you wanted
with
to,
Walking Dead. Yeah.
you were doing like a little, and then it was really cool.
Once we got second, I said, you know what? This is going to be one of those themes people are talking about in 20 years. They go, man, that might have won.
Yeah, that was a good theme.
Yeah. Absolutely. What's so as a dancer, how do you prepare yourself when you find out the theme, when you find out what you're actually doing? I know what I got to do as a musician, but how is it on the dancer side of things? How do you articulate what you're going to be doing? How are you gonna, what the performance is gonna look like?
I guess it's mostly characterization. So dance moves, you could just get them. You're doing it for 4 months, 5 months. You got your dance moves, where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there. It's mainly characterization. You got to get into the character you're portraying. This year I was a mad scientist, so we were crazy all day. we acted like crazy guys.
That's not hard to do, right? Is it?
Right. I mean, that's
Right, be myself. I'm good. We're good.
But you like we did hobos one year. Get into the character. Miners, get into character. You gotta fully buy in to your whatever show it is. And I'll tell you, any year I just didn't feel bought in. It just didn't read well with the judges.
Yeah, so you have to execute that part of it.
The
big
judges
time.
could see every aspect of that. Like one guy said, we did Romans one year. And I said, are we smiling or are we not smiling? We're Roman soldiers. He goes, what are you? I was like, a Roman soldier. He goes, no, you're a mummer. Mummer smile. He goes, the judge is going to see that smile. Even if you make a wrong move, you look like you're having fun. Yeah. And the judges go, okay, you're having fun. I was like, all right. So ever since then, it's just smile.
Smile, smile, smile.
Smile when you're not wearing a mask, right?
Oh, when you are, you're trying to breathe through it.
Yeah.
That was that the masks are. So,
you know what?
So when they say, oh, okay, Michael, you're gonna be wearing a mask this year, do you like roll your eyes and think, oh man?
No, I normally just listen. Whatever it takes to win,
Yeah.
you know best. You guys are the creative people.
Yeah.
I just punch little holes.
I was gonna say,
we air holes.
a little more. Yeah.
Expand the holes a little bit.
It's once you put it on, you're just reaching under, trying to
Yeah.
suck air in.
That's when you hope it's
cold.
cold enough where you're not sweating.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna sweat moving anyhow, but
I mean,
I'm sure those things aren't. I see some of the masks and I'm like, I don't know. I would be sweaty. I would be all broken out.
You know, they're not. They're latex. So
Yeah.
if you're allergic to latex, you got to put something in between you and it,
Right.
or else you're gonna break out. I really don't mind the mask. I prefer makeup just because
It's easier.
that's just what we are.
Yeah.
It's what we do. Mummer makeup.
Yeah.
I like makeup.
Yeah, I think the masks are like kind of cheating a little bit.
Yeah, I will say it. I guess you could say masks make it quicker on New Year's Day to just put makeup on people. So it's like our was just a white stripe right across here where you could see.
Okay.
So it's just like blotching colors instead of just like a fine line of makeup. Trying to, like, if you're a tiger, you're doing all those black and orange lines. It's just it cuts down on prep time. And then if you're sweating out on the street, then you got to touch it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You weren't exactly a big fan of the mask this year,
No,
but it wasn't.
No, I mean,
I did a very
mind,
minimal mask. It was just
I didn't mind the
just a
mask
bandit mask.
until it started cutting into me.
Yeah.
Like for the next week or so.
You got to put little foam there.
Yeah, well. Anyhow, we're gonna keep that.
That's what I did underwater year. It was a full latex mask with the catfish.
Right.
So we had to cut holes for the hat to slip through.
Oh, the whole hat
head was a latex mask, and then I had to cut holes to put the hat on top of that.
Oh, okay.
And then I put a little kind of like if you would foam out a hat.
Yeah.
Put it right here, and it just lifted it up off you, just a little bit. Tricks of the trade. There you go.
But I think with the mask that we had this year, even if I did that, it would have moved up, and I still wouldn't be able to see. They were just kind of awkward, but
They were bandit masks.
I can tell you I no longer have that mask. So if we need,
I'm sure.
if we ever have to use them again, I don't know
still
where
got
it is.
some.
It's in a dump somewhere.
Now you know. Amazon it tomorrow. One mask.
I think that's where we got them.
They were not very expensive masks. Halloween time is always great when you need masks like that.
Halloween must love mummers.
So I guess that's what I get, because I went to him like a month before. I'm like, are the bandits wearing? Because that's where we were. So what about like an eye mask?
I originally said black makeup, and he's like, "Well, how about that?" I'm like, do a mask then.
And he's like, oh, find them, and we'll get. I'm like, okay.
Find them, just get them.
So
we're good.
I guess
Listen, I'm one of those people that
He delegated. He was like,
listen,
"It's you. It's on you now."
Yes, I
Yeah.
delegate as much as I can. When someone goes, I think this will work. Great, come on over. Let's do it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Let's do it? No. If I'll help you make your idea come true. Let's make it happen. Okay, no problem. I got it.
You'd be surprised at how many people would go, "Oh, I have a great idea. Great, here you go. Do it."
I no.
I don't have a great idea
Yeah,
anymore.
I get that all the time. I've been doing that ever. You always deal with it with props.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I would have done it that way. Well,
Yeah.
I've been here every night.
Yeah, where were you in September?
Yeah.
Yeah, or like, the people are like, oh, how about let's do this, and then okay, how will we make that? Well, I don't know. Well, so you just want us to
Here's
make
an
it
idea.
out of,
You create it and you make it.
I'm there at 7 o'clock. I'll see you at 7.
well, I don't know how to make that. Well, why are you suggesting it?
People come to me because I got that crazy mind. I'm like, it could be done. I don't know.
Well, listen, anything can be done.
I got people that reel me in.
anything.
I
can
get
be
some
done.
weird ideas too.
Yeah. Well, especially what we do. It's
Oh, come on. I still think we would have been cool with the casino thing all come out of a big slot machine.
that was my idea.
I know it was, but
Eldred did it.
Yeah. It changed.
Yeah. It did change.
Yeah.
But we did have slot machines, and
We did have slot machines. They were painted on fabric.
yeah, they were.
Jackie did an amazing job with it, and
Yeah.
hopefully we get her to come out again and help us again.
Yeah. If we ever have heat,
Jackie doesn't eat heat. She's good.
Yeah.
she's got an immune disorder.
Yeah, she's all right.
She can't be in the cold like that.
She had no problems with it when it was 8 degrees out.
Yeah, she tells
Everybody
you.
else did.
Everybody else
Tells you.
did.
8 degrees. She wasn't 8 degrees. But anyway, speaking of 8 degrees, how about that year? What was your experience on with that?
Cold.
18? What was it?
Yeah.
17, 18, what?
18, we did Neverland. I was a pirate, so
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I had gloves and we had the pirate long hair. I didn't really feel the effect of it until I pulled my gloves off to load a confetti cannon. And then my hands
idea.
went immediately numb. I went, oh boy, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. My biggest thing is I went on the bus for a half hour. When it came off, I couldn't warn.
I don't think I went on the bus at all that day.
I think that was the key, is to get off the bus and stay and get your body used to that.
Yeah.
I
Used to,
yeah.
you could.
I was
Now,
fine. Went on the
I'm
bus.
a naturally cold weather person. Like
So am
I go out.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I'm naturally warm anyhow, so like.
I had my
but,
window
mean,
down the night. It was 45
But-
degrees at the window down.
But it was, it was
My toes felt like they were gonna pop
ridiculous.
off.
I just remember not feeling I couldn't feel my strings, and I wind up.
Did you cut your fingers at all?
No.
Really? Because so I was in Furco and they were like, oh, I don't know, our fingers might cut when we run it down the fret.
So I had.
Yeah, I can see that.
I had this glove for bass players that help them like move up and down the fretboard, and it's kind of like a thin cotton or something. It's like really thin,
Kind of like a dry fit type thing.
sort of, but like it's something different. It's thinner than that. Almost like a performance sock kind of like feel, not that thin. And I had that on. That it didn't give me any, but there's no thermal to it. You could feel
Yeah.
the
I bet you
elements.
it's harder to feel what fret you're on.
Well, no, it's that thin. It's made
really?
to feel the strings. It's made for bass for the bass player. I mean, I'm not a bass for my banjo, but I couldn't do it. I had
The heat pad.
the heat pad, and I had a mitten. And during the performance, I just put my hand, and I was just strumming. I don't even know what I was playing. I just
You're like, yep, this is where we're at.
yeah, that was.
That was we actually had a tent. We were in Furco. We had a tent outside with I think like 4 heaters just blasting all night, just because we had
At the
that
club?
At that time we couldn't fit everybody in the club, so we had the tent outside, people downstairs.
You have that little lot next door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys does Furco use that, or is that just?
They use it for mainly parking now.
Oh, okay.
They have a couple trailers that they put suits and whatnot in it.
I've seen the trailers.
Yeah, no. I just remember going out a couple days before New Year's, like, okay, we're going to go outside and try this routine twice.
Yeah.
And I think we did it one time through, and the second time through, something happened. We're like, all right, everybody inside. And we're like, all right.
New Year's Eve, I was outside just strumming see if I can even do it. And I mean, it was just as cold New Year's Eve.
I'll tell you what, South Philly had it down packed. They came off their bus with a DJ equipment.
Yeah.
They played their set. They didn't touch their horns.
They left their horns on the bus until they got ready to perform. Everything was tuned, ready to go. All they had to do is come out and play. And
they're like, leave it on the bus, take it off one time, play it. And I'll tell you what, they sounded good in that judging block, and then all day long they were right behind us. I got to watch them. I was like, wow, they're really having a blast for being cold.
Yeah. That's all you can do.
I can't even imagine trying to hold a horn, something metal like that.
I know.
All day like that.
I would be afraid of just any moisture just stick, like A Christmas Story sticking.
That was my baby
fingers
suit.
stuck.
That was my baby suit. I love that suit. That baby suit was so much fun.
Do you still wear it?
I have it.
Somewhere.
No, it's in my closet. I know exactly where it's at. I haven't worn it. I wore it our first full year as Jersey. That was the suit I wore for our first year for Jersey up until I got my first captain suit for Jersey. But that was the one I wore. Because the suit I wore in 2019 as a dancer, I ended up giving to my other brother, Chris.
Now,
He's about
when
my
you
size.
transferred over from Broomall to Jersey, did you just use all the old suits?
Broomall gave us all the suits that we had, plus whatever extras they had left over because they got them all from the Spartans. I think it was the Spartans. No,
Downtowners?
no,
Oh, no,
that was the other ones.
Yeah.
Was it the Spartans? Oh God, I'm gonna get beat up on that one.
Hey,
But
for the baby year?
No, for the masquerade.
Oh,
year. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I know it was a brigade suit, but yeah, no, they were good suits, and the band kept them. Pete kept his captain suit, which he should because it's his last.
Sure.
It's the last captain suit for the Broomall String Band, and then I just pulled my baby suit out, and I used that. So realistically, I went from 2018 all the way through the entire year of 18. And then I took that suit off for the New Year's parade and then put it right back on for our next parade. So I think I wore that Mad Hatter suit the one time too, for a couple St. Patty's Day parades.
Yeah.
But
Those were downtowners, right?
yeah, they were
The Hatter
downtowners.
suits.
Yeah.
That Mad Hatter suit is that like that lime green color or teal
Yeah,
color.
the teal and
Yeah.
pink and all that. Yeah, those.
That is such a beautiful Jimmy May captain suit.
I think he made a suit this year.
He
Woodland?
does Woodland. He's been doing Woodland for the last couple of years.
Really.
Yeah, he did the downtowners for a couple of years, and then he wants.
Is he getting back into it?
He does one band a year.
Does he randomize it? He's like, pull his band out of there.
That
Or
I
is
can't
it-
answer. I don't know. I don't talk to him.
Whoever
I
gets to
haven't
him
talked-
first.
Yeah, but I know he's done Woodstown for God, not
Woodland.
Woodstown. Woodland for the last couple of years. Sorry, I was talking to Woodstown earlier today. But yes,
My brother-in-law's he's a dancer for Woodland.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had really nice suits. I really like the green bottom suit. I think it was, or tenor suit. It kind of looked like all seaweed beard.
Oh yeah.
I seen the sketch for that. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, their suits are awesome. So, but yeah, when they say there's nothing like a Jimmy May captain suit, there's nothing like it.
Just a suit in general from him is just.
You still have it. You still have the Hatter suit.
Yeah, it's my captain suit.
That's your captain suit when I can't make it.
But
But you got to wear it a couple times, and I'll let you. You'll have it a couple times this year too, I'm sure.
yeah, maybe I'll get the what's that the pink one in storage with the one that Bill Wiltsey gave us.
Oh, I got the spy suit.
Maybe
Yeah. I got
Does it
that.
have pants?
I'm sure it does.
All right, because I could always get somebody to make me pants.
I got a
I'm sure it
catfish
has-
suit if you want to wear it.
No. We have a when Broomall did the
Who done it?
the Who Done It theme. We have one of their suits.
It's like a pink jacket. It has like a question mark on the side.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
I have to see if that fits me.
You're not much. You and Bill are about the same size.
Does it have a hat?
I don't remember.
We can make one.
Yeah, we can make one.
Hats are easy to make.
Hats are easy.
We have cardboard. We have
They just
fabric.
made
We have glue.
67
We're
of
good.
them for South Philly.
Yeah, we can make one. We have all the material. We can make it.
Yeah. We know a couple people.
Yeah. So we can make that happen. Something to think about. So
Have you ever dabbled in making suits or props or anything like that?
Well, when I was in Burco, I lived at the warehouse those last, I don't know, month or so. So I've always been like a prop, like carpentry is my trade by
Okay, yeah,
choice. So it just comes naturally to do that. The last few years I've been hanging out more in the costume department, helping them. It's amazing. Like one year we just like sequenced over sequence because we didn't like the color. Like we just went
Okay.
they're like, here's 10 pants, just go at it. And I'm like, oh, can I take them home? They're like, no. I was like, damn. All
you're
right.
gonna get mom to do them. I know that's the
12:30
trick.
at night, I'm there just.
You were gonna get mom to do them. That's what the trick was,
She would do it.
and she would do it. I'm sure she would.
Her and my sisters painted 67 mom umbrellas the year we did Carnival in Furco. Like by hand, like Mod Podge, all the colors.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they had them all laid out in the living room. They're like, see, we love you. I'm like, thank you. Appreciate it.
I love doing all the props. I love all that stuff. That is so much fun. It's something that I really enjoy. I enjoy doing that.
That's
making
what
the
you
props.
started doing.
That's what I started doing. Yes. So that was my entry into
I'll tell you
string
what,
bands is making props.
those South Philly guys, when they build props, they'll build it, take it apart a little, rebuild it some more. Like they made catapults, and then they undid the wires because it wasn't throwing the ball far enough. They're like, we need it to go 90 feet. I'm like, it's close enough. They're like,
I know, I was
90.
I was watching that. I'm thinking, how do they know it's gonna go that far and not hit somebody?
It's a lot of trust.
The biggest thing they were worried about was it going into the crowd because when something goes up, it has to stay in the area.
Yeah.
They're like, listen, don't turn it a little bit. Just when you pull this thing, just yank as hard as you can.
You can't put anything in the crowd.
But
And you were on one of them?
yeah, it was the center catapult. I was running around. I was like, listen, 4 catapults have been fired in the history of this thing. I was like, I'm one of them.
That's right. And then you guys came out with the flag, the
flaming
flames.
That was a really cool effect.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was really neat.
Yeah, choreographer was like, all right, teaching it. I'm just going like this. She goes, did you use these before? I was like, yeah, 10 years ago. I was like, probably same colors too.
It's neat how there's little effects you don't think about it, and then you see it like, wow, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's all the small things.
There-
Smoke, that like if you watch when the stained glass suits come through, they blow the smoke
That's
through.
right.
It's all the
A
little
little bit
things.
of CO2.
Yeah.
Those glass suits just look like they're hurt.
You know what? On the inside, it's like a thin foam.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just you know how
You
like,
lose mirrors over the course of the day.
You know how
they
like when
fall
you see
off.
someone their cell phone like it's all cracked and stuff like that, and you think, how's their thumb not all bleeding all the time? You know, but then you look at them.
I think they were cut. They were open here, like on the. So they were all horn players.
Yeah.
I think they're all open on where they had to play, but the back was all mirror.
Were they made here? Or did you guys get them from that
they're
European?
overseas.
No, they were Poland. They used the same.
They're from Poland.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I knew they were overseas somewhere.
Actually, we were waiting for one suit. I think it came in New Year's Eve, the 30th or 31st. They're like, we're missing one suit. I was like, oh. What are we gonna do if it doesn't come in? They're like,
It is what it is.
I was like, all right, let's pray on it. But it came in and they're like, "Here you go, Mike. I need this done on it." I was like, "Oh God." I'm wiring up like the little fishing string on it to get these we had these little square things on the corner. They wanted it just right. I was like, "Okay, guess I'm doing this."
That's cool.
Is it like spandex and then?
So the bodysuit is like a spandex,
Yeah.
and then I guess they made if you look at the gold ball suits, it was the dress, and then they put the little gold balls around the ankles, its accents. Whereas this year it was more of like a full trench coat, I guess you would say.
Okay.
And then it was like the mask. The mask had you had to drill out the eyes, the mouth, so they could play. And then there was the hat just sat right on top.
Take a couple people to put them on, I'm guessing.
I actually didn't look at them New Year's Day. So South Philly does most of the time they'll ship all the jackets down on a truck. So all you do is put your pants, your suit, and you're responsible for your hat. Just that. And then when you get down there, everything's on a hanger, and they're like, "Go find your jacket and put it on." So I think by the time we hit the street, everything's pretty much on.
Yeah. That's cool.
How are they? Are they glued on, or are they?
The mirrors?
Yeah.
I didn't really get a look at underneath that. I think it's like a layer of foam with a thin layer of mesh fabric, and then it's hot glue. So the hot glue gets into the fabric, and then they put the mirrors.
So it stays on as best they can. But like you said, you lose them.
Oh yeah, they shipped a bag of mirrors.
Oh,
here.
like extras. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, who's walking around going, "What color you missing?"
Yeah.
Green.
You gotta have one certain person. Oh, we're missing a square here. We're missing a triangle here.
Yeah. Hey, they look amazing. You got to remember, they got to look amazing from 60 feet away, too.
Right.
And they do.
They got to work 4.5 minutes one time.
Yeah. But you're realistically, I mean, you're not this close.
Right.
They're over there,
I mean, that's why the brigades are so, not as intricate into the actual suits. They're color blocks, if you would. Because you're dancing probably 40 feet back in your own box, and then the judges are another 30 feet and 20 feet up.
Yeah. So you're basically that wide angle view you have.
Right. It's just you're more or less color blocking at that point.
Yeah, you're not worried. And then with the lighting and stuff like that.
I'll tell you what, that lighting is a game changer for them.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. It's just he had a blue ski ball had a blue face, it was a light blue, and with the lights how it hit it, it just he looked like a Indian king or prince. I was like,
Yeah.
you look good, man.
You add a little black light to it, you can actually make it look like you're glowing.
I'll tell you what, they do some cool stuff in that brigade.
Yeah.
For the brigades, this just popped in my mind. When do you guys get judged? I know you have, how many performances on New Year's Day do you have?
So they have a 12 o'clock show, then they go to the Broad Street. They go down Broad to Washington, take the bus back, and then they have about 2 hours, and then they do a 5 o'clock show. So 2 shows.
Which show is judged? The first
the
one or
five.
The 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get all you run everything, the TV screens, all the odds and ends, the confetti guns. You try and work all your kinks out in the first show, fix whatever's not working, make alterations, and then by the second show you're ready to go.
Now, is there any practice during the day, before that, or before the
New
12
Year's
o'clock?
Day?
Yeah, before the 12 o'clock, kind of like how we do on
I
the
would
street.
say maybe if it's something that's drastically needs to be changed or something, they'll grab girl group 1, come over here and we're gonna adjust something. But for the most part, when I was there, I sat in the basement and I literally watched the string band parade, and I sat there and watched them. I watched South Philly, called my dad. I was like, "You won." He goes, "You think?" I was like, "No, I know you won." He goes, "How do you know?" I was like, "I'm watching the parade, man." I was like, "I got 2 hours to kill."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I always wondered that, how that whole day goes for the brigades. Because obviously we don't. We don't do that, but
Upstairs it's hectic, so they have like 2 floors. So it's kind of like the main floor has all the props, all your floors, your confettis. Downstairs has more like just suits, racks, and every organization gets a section if they want. I know the Vikings utilize it a lot. Crown, sometimes the Downtowners. I think I see them down there. Spartans, they were right next to them this year. But everybody sets up a little area, hangs out, sits, chills on their phone, does whatever they want. It's kind of like a mental reset before you have to go and do it all.
Really get after it.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we were lucky enough. Our first year in 2019, we actually were hired by the Fancy Brigades to escort in some sponsors.
Yeah, like the night before, with all the sponsors.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of sponsors at the hotel right next door, and we came over
at the Marriott. Marriott?
Yeah, like 2 days before, you guys were doing run-throughs inside, and we escorted them through the hotel into the convention center.
Yeah,
right onto the main floor.
They were doing their walkthrough, I guess.
Yeah.
It was New Year's Eve. Yeah.
It was either no, it wasn't New Year's Eve. It was like a day or two before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do that. They just did it this year. Their walkthrough, first time since COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was 2019. So
I guess we get the last ones.
Yeah, so
it was 2019 because it was whatever it was. It was the Sunday before New Year's. I forget how that all falls on days, but it was because we actually like wrapped up our Sunday rehearsal
and then went
over there.
Yeah, that's right.
And brought them over, and then we escorted them in, and then that's when we escorted them to the officers of the brigades, and then they picked them up just outside the main room, and then we.
Yeah, that was cool walking through.
But we got a chance to walk through and watch a couple of the brigades perform. It was really kind of
walking
cool.
through like all these people, and it was pretty neat. And then actually seeing where they perform.
Have you ever been in the back?
Yeah,
behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's where we were.
Yeah, we took them back there, and we took them to the main floor, and then we took them.
It's cool how they have everything set up. Like it's perfectly.
Yeah.
So like band 1 will move in this section. When they move in, band 2 moves into that section, and it's just like everything just flows. I'm like, how do you keep track of this?
Yeah, and then they all work together too.
Oh,
all the marshals work together with
yes.
each band, and they help out with that. Because I've seen that where I've seen how they'll have, at 2:13 pull this lever at 2, and they have it right on the back on a piece of cardboard or paper written. Oh, pull this lever, fire confetti.
Yeah, so they have the benefit of. So like in string bands, you would have your live music. So you could as you go in your show, you could pick up tempo and lose your time. Whereas 2:30 is 2:30 regardless because it's recording.
Yeah.
So when they go 3, 2, 1, everybody hits their phone and it's go. Yeah. Okay, this one has to go at 1:57. This one has to go at 3 minutes.
They have everything lined up.
Yeah,
it's all written down right on the back of the prop, so that
makes it easier.
That way, if someone from the Jokers come over and help someone from the Vikings or or vice versa, and they work together like that.
Yeah,
and
I know Crown and Jokers they helped each other. I think they sent like 15 people back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was talking with guys from Cleveland because they've been doing their suits. And, and I was asking them.
Game changer right there. It'll never happen. Game changer.
No.
That would be perfect.
Yeah. So because I asked them how that all works out, and they're like, "Oh, well, I get help from this guy. They send me 10 guys. They send me 10 guys. I get 5 guys from here, and then we were able to put our whole show on." Yeah. So it's really kind of cool that you literally are helping your competition at the same time, which talk about brotherhood.
But you're helping your hobby stay alive and healthy at the same time. Which, that's what we all should do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're in a unique position that they can do that because they're one central location.
You don't have to do a parade afterwards like we do. They're just there.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
You're not going anywhere.
You're going on a bus onto 2th Street. You can wait 20 minutes and help them out.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody's there. Like you said, everybody's there.
Yeah.
And it's more accessible than hopping a street over.
Right.
Yeah, you can't.
Right, because you got to think we're what, practicing on the street for 3 hours. You're practicing. You're not gonna have a guy run back and forth.
Yeah, we can't.
They're
There's no
doing
way.
2 shows, and
You got to move. We got to once the band moves into the zone, you do your show. Then you got to get your props and everything out of there. You don't have people to go back and help.
right, you got to move them 6 blocks down, take them apart,
Yep.
and then you got the rest of your band's going down Broad Street. So
Yeah.
who you have to?
It's a different setup. It's not.
Right.
Nothing's wrong about the way we do things. It's just. It's a different
Yeah,
setup.
different
And if we were
If
God
we were
inside,
we'd be
it'd
able
be
to
the
do it.
same way.
Yeah.
Because it'd be it'd be easy for all of us to help each other.
Yeah.
So.
The only thing is our sound would just echo in that building.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah, I can
we know
imagine.
that it echoed when we were in there.
Wow.
Just with our 18 people, it echoed.
So I told them,
Sound
I
like a big
said,
band.
I was like, man, if only string bands would be in here, it'd be warm. We'd be all centralized. We could all help each other.
Yeah.
But then we'd have 20-foot props, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
More
we'd really
people.
get crazy with
Yeah.
it.
It would fix one problem, make
Oh,
another
yeah.
problem. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they got
That's
70.
what we're best at doing.
They got 70. No, they don't.
What's what this is a question that we had Tim Burns on first episode, and he kind of asked me this question. And I was like, that's a good question. What's one of the most rewarding moments as a mummer that you've experienced?
Rewarding moments. Ooh. I just like entertaining the crowd. I like performing and watching the crowd react. When you get down on Broad Street, you meet that lady I've been coming here for 80 years. I haven't missed one. And then you right next to her is a lady. This is my first parade. Oh yeah, where you from? Philadelphia. What?
Yeah, that's right.
I think we all end up doing it for the crowd. So the crowd is the
Smiles.
most. Yeah.
The smiles.
Is there a certain moment that you thought, wow,
You know
can't-
what? I guess I would have to put it with 22 when we won. My dad just came back from dropping my mom off. She was in the hospital on New Year's Day. He dropped her off at home and got back right before we got our prizes. And getting to have my first prize announced with him.
Yeah.
He was like in my face with the camera. He was like, yes.
Now, did your dad ever win a first prize with Furco when he was with Furco?
No,
or is that, he came
got,
in afterwards.
He has
Or Polish American.
Other than the 3 with South Philly, he has 3 with PA. 81, they did
okay.
the toys. 86, the robots, and then 91, 90, 91.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, he has those 3, and then he's got 3 with South Philly. So.
Yeah. I mean, I know, like you were saying, between the Polish American and Furco, between the 80s and 90s, they were powerhouse bands.
They were good and really competitive up until probably 16, and then I don't know what happened with us. But they're building it back up, so
Yes, they are.
kudos to them. They found a rhythm. I feel like everybody's found a rhythm. Like Uptown has their own little niche with the themes they're building. Everybody just has their thing that, and everybody's getting it. And I feel like it's becoming a more competitive parade straight
yeah.
across.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I like that.
Yeah. But and every band's a little unique.
Yeah, everybody has their own way of doing things, and if we're getting there and we're entertaining people, judges love it. Why not?
Got to
Go
have
for
fun.
it.
If you're not having fun, why are you here?
Right.
Exactly.
This is another. I think he asked us this too, but what performance that you haven't been a part of would you have been? Would have you liked to have been a part of? I know I kind of chopped that up, but is there a performance from another band that you're thinking, man, I wish I was a part of that?
Can I pick 2?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you have to,
It's your show, man.
This is your interview, not
So
ours.
for the longest time, I loved Frowlinger's hillbilly fussing, feuding, fighting. That show, top to bottom, I
thought you were going to
could
say
sit
the
there.
Haunted Year. or
I could
whatever it
sit
was.
there and watch. That was a good one too, but I'd probably go with the second one would be West in Peace. That was
Oh, okay.
that was a knockout show too.
Woodland?
South
No,
Philly.
South
South Philly.
Philly.
South Philly.
Those two. There are a lot of shows that you just
Had a good beer
Man,
after
that would have
that
been cool to do.
Had a good beer after that one too. I drank a lot of that one.
What?
They're West in Peace. They made their own beer.
Oh, that's right. That is right. I do remember that now.
Was it at the brewery closed down? But that was
Yeah.
That was good.
I love those punny names.
Yes.
You know what? They should
Western
bring
wheat.
that Custard Last Stand award back. I mean,
Well, that was. We just need to bring it back.
it just created another element
need to
of
bring it
fun.
back.
It's a string band. We need to make it a string band award. It was a Jake Hart award. We need to take that and make it a string band award.
We can make it the.
And get I'd love to have the fans vote on it too.
That should be like a fan poll. Here's the list of
Here's a
them.
list of names. Vote on them. Something that maybe
Text.
maybe we ought to talk to
Text
somebody on the
13
social
to-
media committee to see if they can maybe something we can get going toward New Year's.
I have TJ's number. I'll call him.
I can call him right now. I'm a part of the committee.
He's on the committee.
I'm on the association committee for social media. So
Right, it's Wednesday. He's practicing.
we're
Yes.
right now we're working on. Well, TJ's doing a whole bunch, but this weekend coming up. When this comes out, it'll be 2 weekends from now. But the Gloucester Parade.
Everybody's there.
Well, not everybody. Not
Everybody was invited to be there.
Yes, not all bands will be there, unfortunately. But then I think the next thing we're working on is like the luau and some other fun things that are happening. So
No, I like that though. I think we need the custard list.
Why not? It's another fun thing to give out, and it creates like you're gonna create a punny name.
Yeah.
Why not?
We always have to try to come up with something putty.
Make it. Listen, we take this hobby seriously. We take the competition. Make us laugh.
Yes.
yeah,
Make it laugh.
Yeah. No, that's one of the, and when we're picking themes, we want something that we can
I'll
have
tell
fun
you,
with.
Uptown and PA come up with 50 Shades of Hay. And
yeah, that's right.
I'm like, you guys sit at the bar a lot and think about this stuff.
Have you met those guys?
Oh, I spent 3 years with them. I grew up with some of them.
Listen, you know them. You think they actually had to sit at the bar and think about that?
No, I'm sure
there's-
it's like
But there's definitely probably some libations.
Oh, absolutely. There was a lot of light involved. I promise you.
So, one of the lights.
As long as he's not dropped on his head again,
Well,
it might help him. But it's okay.
yeah.
Did you see the podcast
which one? This one?
with Tim?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
Did he drop? What happened?
They dropped Cade.
Oh my god!
Like two weeks
yeah.
or so before
right. I heard dropped it with the what was that headstand thing?
yeah,
I heard
when he's in a
about it. He had
straitjacket.
the concussion.
Concussion, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I probably wouldn't have got back in that prop if I fell.
They were joking that they were saying, "Oh, if you didn't have the concussion, maybe you get first."
Might have.
Hey,
Who knows?
Hey, it's you know what though? I think sometimes it's better to be dazed and confused.
I'll tell you what. He has a really good
he's-
future.
Yes.
Yeah,
First and second, his first 2 years.
Yeah.
he's a bit of a nut, but I think you kind of need to be that
Yeah.
to be that.
He could be your character person.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, you go back to talking about going back, snapping in the character. That's something he said when he came on our podcast last year. That he jumps in a character like that, and
You have to.
Yeah. He.
It's game changer.
Yeah. Oh, he's funny.
Oh,
Made me
yeah.
laugh.
I worked with Cade when I was working with Jamie Caldwell. Cade's he's a workhorse, and when he from everything from just regular construction into string bands, he's gonna be good in that role as captain.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. He's going to be a dominant captain.
Yeah.
it seems like he's been doing it forever. It's only his second year.
Yes. Yeah.
He's also had his dad was captain, and he's got Jamie. He's got all these guys around him that have done that and can help him into that role. But
he seems like he didn't need to come out of his shell.
no, he's
Like you
naturally
you watch first year captains, and that first year down the street before New Year's, after you find out you're going to be captain, around this time of year,
Yeah.
you start doing your first parades, and you're in a shell and you're not sure what to do. And it's one of the fun. I enjoy so much of it, watching it, just because you go, man. Once you come out of the shell, man, you're going to be awesome. And I saw that with
gotta
you.
find your own.
I saw that with you too, because you were trying to. When you first couple of years, you were like, "You'll get it. You'll get it. You need to."
I had a few years of warm up. I was
Yes.
assistant captain with Salenza.
Yes, but you did an amazing job as well out front.
Thanks.
So I mean, it's
And obviously, with you dancing, that helps.
being a natural dancer. It's like
yeah. Taking somebody from the back like Cade, who's bass fiddle,
Yeah.
and putting him out front. He
I
falls into it great.
watched him I watched a couple of videos. His first couple of parades out there. I'm like, man, he doesn't need to be held back. He's just running.
I'll tell you what. So they told me he won last year, and I was in the convention center, so I watched him. My dad goes, "What do you think?" I go, "Hold on, let me go back." I watched him. I went, "I can tell you exactly how he won." I said, "High energy."
Yeah.
I said he distracted the judges for 4.5 minutes. Said, "This is my show and this is my band."
Yeah,
I had this conversation with him, and he'll agree with you. That wasn't his best performance of that day,
Really?
because we watched him. We were face to face each other when we're lined up on the street on JFK, and I watched him. And one of his last runs through before they moved, when he starts the performance out on top, he looked like everything was floating around him. Like it just looked like I'm watching. I'm like, how are they doing that? It just looked like literally looked like everything around him was just floating, and he had full control, and he was just magic happening there. And I could watch.
Has to control the show.
It looked like he literally was moving the band himself, and you watch the performance and go from there. And I'm like, man, he can do that in front of the judges. He has this.
Yeah.
And I was
thing,
so impressed by what he did that first year.
Another thing what I think bands do with captains that get a higher score with captains is they put them somewhere within like a grouping of saxophones, and they do something with them, and then over here they go over here with the banjos, and then I think for a captain to have that higher score, you kind of need that sometimes. And
Yeah.
for example, we'll go back to Cade. This year, when all the dancers had the tickets, and then it just like he looked like he was just floating with them.
Yeah, moved with them.
And then he broke open. He came back. It was that.
Yeah. He's going to be a threat to win every year.
No.
And it's just he's that talented of a performer.
And you got a lot of young captains.
Oh yeah,
coming up. You got
Scott
Ratsy Austin.
Yeah.
Austin's a great kid.
Yeah.
Austin. I was so proud when I watched him, because I watched him on the boardwalk this past year, and I was talking to his dad, and I'm like, me and his dad talking. Goes, man, when he comes out of his shell, and I talked to him after New Year's when I went to their open house. I'm like, you came out of your shell. I go, was it the suit? He goes, with my suit, I felt.
Yeah, it was his own suit. It was
my own suit.
I texted both of them New Year's Eve. I said, great, good luck tomorrow.
Yes.
Enjoy
I did
it.
the same
I
thing.
said,
Yeah.
you never know. It could be your only one.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
enjoy it. Take the memories in.
He owned it. He owned the band that day. Scott too. It was amazing watching him perform out there as well. And there's so much talent with the young captains right now. I mean, I'm not even in the same ballpark with them.
And the longer they
but
do it,
but I'm not
that.
I'm not the dancer type. I'm more the one that gets the crowd involved.
Right.
With the
I
crowd.
kind of
There's
put
different-
captains into two categories. It's you're a presenter or you're a dancer.
Yeah, I'm more the presenter than the dancer. I'm lucky I can find my two right feet.
I can agree with that.
I can go like this. And go,
I think a lot of people out there can agree with that.
Bobby
too.
Shannon, how many times have you seen
Right.
Bob just go like this or point to the band? And that was it.
And you know what? That's kind of sometimes that's all you need. You need the captain. You're the director of this show.
Yeah.
Walk the judges through the show.
Yes.
And that's pretty much what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Add a little dance on it.
And that's exactly what Denny does too.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Denny's very.
That's why.
I'll tell you what, they write him into
Denny-
that show so well.
But
And
then he sits on both sides of that line.
yeah.
He can dance,
Ah.
but he presents the band in a very good way.
I'll tell you what, he takes he'll take the choreographer aside and they'll do their own thing. He takes his job
yeah.
and his choreography very seriously.
One of my favorite performances of his, and I know it's probably a lot of people won't say this, but the Batman year.
Oh, the Joker was
Should've
amazing.
won.
That Joker
I
was
think should've won.
amazing.
I mean, just that, when he gives that little smirk.
Yeah.
Hey, he was.
I don't know. I
love
He
that.
was who he was supposed
I
to
like
be.
Batman to begin with, like Yeah. But like
He was. I mean,
And
he was the Joker.
he was the
Right.
Joker.
He was who he was trying to portray.
Yeah.
And you could probably put him in the movie and
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been fine.
He looked just like Jack.
Yeah.
Jack
He didn't
Nicholson.
look like Denny.
right.
Like
Yeah.
you look at him, like that's not Denny.
Like there are years where you can just fully transform somebody. Like
Oh, yeah.
like Jimmy Good with the Beetlejuice.
yeah,
Yeah.
He completely
He
transformed
looked. He looked
his
that.
look.
Yeah.
He,
He looked bald and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
he looked. He looked like Beetlejuice. If you
Right.
said that was Beetlejuice,
If he would have walked past me and I didn't know Quaker was doing Haunted, what? That's not Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the
He could have
sign,
gone to a Comic-Con and fit right in, and no one would have known
Yeah.
the difference.
that's the sign of a good captain too.
Yeah, yeah, he,
You know what I
he
mean?
fit that role perfectly.
If only had a couple more years.
There's still plenty of time.
No. I'll take my back seat.
At least you can say you did it once.
You still
right.
get the front of the band every once in a while. I saw you on the
Yeah.
boardwalk.
And you got a red, white, and blue suit out of that. That's pretty damn cool. I like.
That was a cool. That was
Always
a really
good for
cool.
4th of July, right?
I was
Yeah.
just waiting for him to light the rockets off in your hat.
You know what? I think it was you, right? You said,
I helped
"Hey,
put-
we could put confetti in this." I looked at Sean and I went, "I think we could put confetti in this." He goes, "Can you?" I was like, "I don't have enough time. I only got like 12 hours. I don't know."
I remember putting them on. I'm like, "What are you going to fire them off?" And you're like, "Oh, that's a good idea." Because I was there helping. I was helping
Yeah.
we were finishing your hat together when we were up there. 'Cause I remember getting your suit on, and we were both picking our suit up at the same time.
Late nights.
Late nights. So we're dwindling down,
Yes.
if I can say that. I was talking to Mr. Mike Crash Riddle, and he asked me who was coming on, and I told him you. He goes, White Lightning. That's all. I said, what? He goes, I said, if it's something I don't, he's like, no, just White Lightning. So explain what White Lightning is.
It's weird how it came about. So we were at the Mummers Against Cancer benefit, and they're drinking. They're putting all their bottles in the center. They're spelling out Aqua, and I walked over and went, "Can I help?" And they're like, "Sure." And like I started helping them. I put mine down, and they're like, "We need to find out a nickname for this kid." And they were like, "White Lightning," and I go, made the lightning bolt, and it stuck, and like everybody from like Christian and Avalon, like we had our own little mummer group, like every Mummers Museum night. Pat was there. We just hang out, and they're like, "White Lightning."
Yeah.
Was that what we were doing at Aqua when we were making
Well, we were
With the beer
doing. No,
cans?
we did. What was it? Paqua.
PA and Aqua? Yeah.
Yeah, we
then,
did.
Then they put a J.
I left. Listen, I left when we got to the A, and the freezing rain was hitting. I'm like, all right, listen, the second A, not the first A. No, we had PAQ. A was all done except for the 5 cans in the middle of the A,
Wait,
and
is
they were
that
going to put a
PA's
J.
open house?
No, this was Aqua's.
Aqua a couple weeks ago.
I left an hour after the open house ended, and yes, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
It didn't end there, by the way.
Listen, I know it didn't end there, but I can tell you
Never
this.
ends early.
Listen, I can
Well,
tell
it
you,
ended with karaoke. That's all.
they were starting to karaoke as I left.
I didn't participate.
Did D Moore?
Huh?
D Moore?
Maminsky.
Mavinsky?
Mitch.
Mitch.
He loves his karaoke.
That would have been so much fun to stay and watch. We gotta get him on here.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm frequently over there. So I'll ask.
No, but we did that at at
So
Aqua's
White
open house.
Lightning, that's your
Yeah,
that's the nickname, or is it just
They just threw it at me, and it was you know how nicknames are. They just go.
well, could be
Could be worse.
worse than
I
nicknames, I guess.
Oh, that guy. That guy.
That guy, yeah. Hey, you're that guy. Is that you're him, right?
That's me. My cousin's boyfriend goes, "You're the hunter." Yeah, I'm the hunter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna call you the hunter. I was like, okay. So that's my nickname for him.
What's your highest point buck you've ever gotten?
9.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first buck actually was a 9.
Really?
Yeah, I got a 9 and a 7, and both happened when my sister had her first kid. Shot the 9. She had her second kid. Shot the 7. I go, you just gotta have more kids. I was like, I get bucked every time you have a kid.
So you shotgun or a bow?
I do all
I'm
3.
dead.
I do shotgun, bow.
Can you hear me?
Rifle.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I do all the things.
Well, as long as you can hear me, that's all that matters.
Your fat foot took the thing out.
Oh, well, that's about right.
You can't.
That's about right. That's okay. Hey, listen, as long as it's still recording, that's okay.
It's definitely recording.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear.
The running joke is all my hobbies are all within a 4-month window.
Right.
Yeah, all cold
Right.
weather. So I drive up the mountains, do hunting Saturday, drive back early Sunday for drill.
Busy weekends.
A lot of miles on my car.
Yeah. Well, when deer season's October?
Yeah, start beginning. Well, where I hunt, it's beginning of October. And it goes till the second week of December.
Yeah.
It stops for 2 weeks and then it kicks back up after Christmas. But I'm too far into my mum rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Now, do you do bow or you do?
I just
Yeah, I do them all.
I just asked them that.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. I can't
He
hear.
was too busy.
Oh yeah.
It just went completely dead.
Just deer hunting, or do you do like
So-
pheasant or anything like that?
So with your license, you get your deer, your turkeys, and then you got to add on pheasants or bear. And I was like, you know what? It's $16 for the bear tag. If I don't get one, there's gonna be like 20 bears just walking past me every week, and they're like, you can't shoot me. So
Yeah.
I just get it.
Yeah.
It's just I know it's a natural deterrent. Go away, bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to have to lug that out.
I don't want to luck the deer I shoot out.
Yeah.
I actually had a guy help me this past year. I was out of breath. I was like, I need to go to the gym.
Do you have any mounted?
I have one,
Okay.
just a 9.
Nice. Well, that's the one to get mounted.
and I have him angled that he's staring at the mountain, like our door off the driveway.
Yeah.
And every time I walk in, I'm like, if you were that alert, you would still be alive.
You would be on someone else's wall.
Right.
So
You're taunting him. He's dead.
My dad made one rule. He goes, do not ever put any Christmas ornament balls on his antlers. I'm like, why? He goes,
so
that's just degrading.
There's a bar that we go at.
yes,
The Colonial Cafe.
they have the tail.
They have an ass of a deer,
Yeah?
and they have Christmas balls hanging from
The tail. From the tail.
Oh, it's from the tail. Okay, it's from the tail,
Yeah.
but it's just the ass.
They're like they're small balls.
Hey?
Like about cherry size.
At least he has his balls still.
Yeah.
think
right above the bathroom.
right above. I was
Right above the mail's room.
Just
Mail's
about to
bathroom.
say it's right above the bathrooms.
There's a lot
they
of
have another one
listen,
over?
listen, there's a lot in this bar. It is a nice neighborhood, quiet bar.
It's probably the size of up here, though.
Yeah,
Like
it's
inside,
real
It's
small.
real small.
I think I've been in there once.
yeah,
It's right over across the street from Colonial
diner.
Diner. It's like kind of
Right on 45. It's
on
nice.
the corner.
We do beef and beers in there and stuff like that. And once they're getting ready to do a big expansion outside and everything.
Nice.
Have like outside area. So once that's all done,
You'll be playing for it?
oh yeah, and we'll do a big beef and beer for that. We'll open that up to everybody. We'll fill that place up.
They got the whole.
They have like
now.
a whole. It's basically like a block. It'd be like a block long.
Oh,
They own the whole block.
nice.
So
They're going to have mummer events.
we've already discussed that.
Well, hopefully,
Maybe they'll have shows.
Not that much.
they're not that big.
Not that big.
Darn.
But
But,
no,
yeah.
we'll. That'll be nice.
All right, Mr. White Lightning.
Look at the camera and do it. I think we need a T-shirt.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know if that image would just go well. It might look like
No, I don't think so either.
No, I just think a lightning bolt on the
just one bolt.
white T-shirt, yellow lightning bolt,
So since
gold
sign it for
gold lightning bolt, and then we'll get your signature across the bottom.
Not going to be worth anything. Might be worth less with my signature on it.
I don't want it for value. I want to wear it. I guarantee you, Crash will buy one, and everybody from Aqua will buy one.
yeah,
Christian would buy one.
There you
Christian.
You know he would buy one. I'm sure TJ will go get one.
See? We're up to 12.
I mean, I'll get one too.
Bulk order.
Yep. We'll have to get you one too.
13.
Rush order teas. Let's make it a night.
Can we get them by the Saturday?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, rush order tees. We can do that
Since-
before then.
I just thought about this, and but since next podcast we have Crash coming on. Is there since he's the one who brought up White Lightning to me?
Yeah. What do you got for Crash? Because
Is
Crash,
there-
this won't be out
Ooh.
until after we record Crash.
Yeah, Crash is coming on next. We're recording next week, so
And the nice part about this is a nice 2-week lead in till when we do Crash.
yeah.
Ask him how he got into Stringmans. I don't know how he got into Stringmans.
Well, that's a question we'll have there.
Like what's an off wall like?
Off the wall for
I mean, it's
him?
got to be appropriate, I think, but
Off the wall for Crash.
because then I'll play this back and I'll show him as he's sitting right there.
Ask him what it would take for him to kiss my championship rings. I got Eddie to do it.
Well,
Oh,
Oh, he might have been intoxicated, but he did it.
I'm sure that would
Memphis-
definitely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Jokingly, I'm like, I kissed my ring. He actually did it. I, was like, I wasn't expecting you to do it. Okay.
I can see that.
okay.
Well, because he did it jokingly too.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Godfather.
I'll let him do I'll let him be my first on the new ones.
Well, okay. We know what he would do for $1 million, but that's what we're not. I'll tell you after we're done recording if you don't know anything about that.
Okay.
'Cause
This should be fun.
you know what? You know the $1 million.
Yeah.
For $1 million.
I don't need
For $1
that.
million, we have.
Like Luciany.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Congratulations again on your first prize.
Congratulations. Yeah, we'll see you soon. You're going to be there this weekend. We'll see you. So
See you
And,
this weekend in the parade.
That's
And
our parade
looking
and
forward to coming out and
banquet.
serenading you
our,
guys.
our paths will cross again. So
Yes.
thank you again.
Thank you.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Subscribe. Do all that other good stuff.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.